Hello, Facebook land. Sandra Waldrop here from Kingdom Acres. I hope everyone is well this afternoon. I am here today with a fun little craft. If you love to craft, if you love vintage, if you love farmhouse, homestead stuff, I'm your girl, okay? I've got all the things. I will be doing more cooking and stuff as my harvest starts to come in from my garden. And please be sure to join me on Thursday over on YouTube. My channel name is Kingdom Acres Homestead with Sandra Waldrop, and I will be doing some outdoor stuff with the garden. So, but garden is on my brain right now. It's spring, things are green, it's gorgeous outside. We just had some baby chickens hatch, and the mamas hatched them out. We didn't have to incubate them or anything, and so the mamas in the hen house are tending to them. We went out and gave them food and water today, and everyone's just happy. The mamas are sitting on them. We still have more eggs hatching. We've got 2 hens in there, and one is hatching the eggs, and then once they're up and fluffy and good to go, then they go in under the other mama, and they're just doing really well with their little system that they've got going. And yesterday we hadn't taken any crumbles out yet because our feed store isn't open on Sunday, and it didn't occur to me on Saturday to go get any. And I went out yesterday, and the mama had one of the babies out just in the yard with, you know, kind of secluded off to the side, but in the general population of the other chickens, and she was helping the baby forage, and it was just so cute. So we have a lot of like really fun things happening over here in the Waldrop household. Kingdom Acres Homestead. Yes, the homestead is hopping, and the pumpkin plants are starting to develop pumpkins. The squashes are squashing, and the tomatoes are tomatoing, peppers are peppering. It's lots of fun stuff. So as that stuff starts to kind of roll in, I'll be doing more canning videos and more recipe videos and things of that nature. So it's just going to get funner and more interesting around here as the season moves on. So, but today what we are going to do is a decorative craft for your homestead. Most homesteads have a very similar style. We like vintage, we like thrifted, we like things to look kind of older and not something that you can just purchase. So I went onto Etsy, and by golly, I can't remember the name of the store. I will have to let y'all know what the store is on Etsy. But I found these little vintage looking seed packets. Hi, Kim. Come on in. Give me a comment. Say hi, please. It'll help me to know if I can see the comments today here on Facebook. But I've got these seed packet labels, and we're going to be creating some little seeds, and then I'm going to be putting together this cute little piece of decor with an item that I harvested from my friend's barn. It's going to be so fun. Hi, Mel's Crafting Corner. Come on in. Thanks for being here. So I've already cut out one, and I've cut out the oregano. And what you get is you get a front with a bunch of labels, and you get 3 different fronts. You get herbs, you get vegetables, and you get flowers. So I've started with the oregano, and then you get all of these backs. Okay, so you can literally just do this, cut these out, and you have your little seed packets. So I'm going to go ahead, I cut out one. I'm going to go ahead and get that started. I'm using my hot glue. You could probably just use Elmer's glue, but I want it to dry kind of fast. Hopefully you guys don't see me flinch too much as I continuously burn myself with the hot glue. That's always a fun time. Always a fun time. I hope I'm going to be able to see comments today. I love when I can see y'all's comments. It just makes my day. I love being able to communicate and have fun with y'all. I'm starting to wonder if there's like a setting or something I might have hit though, because I can't always see the comments and it's a little crazy. Hi, Linda's Creative Designs. Come on in. Thanks for being here. So I'm just gluing this together. I'm doing the sides first. When I do the bottom, I'm going to get one of these little skewers. You can buy them. They're like for shish kebabs. You can get them at the grocery store. Or you can use dowels, but I like these because they break pretty easy. And with dowels, you usually have to really cut them, you know, with like a power tool or something. It takes a lot of effort to cut those things. So I'm just going to stick the end of my stick in there. My dowel, my little skewer, and that way I have my seed packet on here like that, and that's how that's looking right there. Then I'm going to take just a little bit of some fluff, whatever you've got. You can use some toilet paper, some batting, you could use some straw, just something to give it a little bit of meat, some expansion in there. Okay, now you can leave it open and have stuff coming out, or you can fold this over, fold the top over. I'm thinking, I don't know if I want it folded over or open. What do y'all think? I kind of like it open. Let me do a few of them and we'll see. We'll decide at the end. So I did oregano, and now I'm going to do a couple more. Let's see. On the herbs anyways, and then we'll do some vegetables. And I'm just using scissors. I know in a lot of my craft videos, I like to do the water method just because I really like the look of that, but this is all being glued together, so it's not a big deal for me to just go ahead with the scissors. And I really love these little herb packets. They remind me of something that you might decorate like a little apothecary corner in your home with. If you make herbal medicine or you do oils or anything like that, it might be fun to do just a little piece of decor to go in that area, to kind of, you know, create an aesthetic, to create that look that everyone's going for right now in their homes, more natural look. And this is definitely not something that everyone's going to have because, you know, you're not purchasing it from a store. It's homemade, it's handmade. You're making this for your family and you're making it warm in your home with your decor. And I just love that. Hi, Nancy. Thanks for watching. Come on in and give us just a shout. Let us know how your day is going. What's everybody up to? I'm hoping that my comments are working today. But you never know. You never know how it's going to go. You never know how it's going to go. So, but I was talking earlier about how I'm going to be doing some stuff out in the garden. On Thursday, I'll be doing my live over on YouTube though. So if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, once we're done here today, please hop on over there and give my channel a subscribe. The name of the channel is Kingdom Acres Homestead with Sandra Waldrop. I'm Sandra Waldrop, for those of you who don't know. That's me. And it's just a fun time over there as well. All of my lives that I've been doing over here, they don't keep anymore. Facebook is starting to delete the lives. So once I do my lives over here on Facebook, I go ahead and download them and upload them to YouTube. So YouTube is a good place to be if you want access to my older videos as well as lives that that won't be on Facebook, that are just YouTube lives. All right, so I got this on my little stick. This is the sage. Isn't the sage so cute? I love that. I love how it looks. Just a really beautiful plant. Those purple flowers once it's bolted. And I'm sticking my little fluff in there, whatever you have, piece of crumpled up toilet paper, or some straw, or maybe some Excelsior. And that's all you need there. Okay, rosemary. If you are a lover of herbs, you definitely want to have rosemary growing out in your garden. It is a very hardy plant, and for my zone it's a perennial. I'm not sure about other places, but over here south of Houston in Texas, we're zone 9, it does really well. It does exceptionally well. And the great thing about rosemary is it also is great for your health. It's good for memory. It's good for colds and viruses and things of that nature. But having it in your meals regularly is really going to be good for your brain health. So you definitely want to have it accessible to you. Good stuff. Good stuff. And then oregano. I think a lot of us know that oregano is a good antibacterial kind of herb. It's good for sinus infections, and if you have a cut that's infected, it's good for that. Good for colds and things of that nature also. Let's see. It's also good for like swishing in your mouth. If you make a tea out of it, you can swish it in your mouth, and it's good for things like gingivitis. And if I had that issue, I would use oregano, peppermint, and eucalyptus and make a good strong tea with that. Hi, Lisa. I'd make a good strong tea with that and swish. And that is going to strengthen the gums as well as kill off the bacteria. So eucalyptus is so wonderful. It is astringent and historically has been used for dental health. Back in the day, adults would drink it regularly as a tea. You don't want to have children drinking it regularly as a tea because it can build up in their system, but they can swish and spit. They can swish and spit, and that is not going to harm them at all. It's going to be good for their gums. So, oops, I forgot to put my little stick before I put my glue. This one's not going to, okay.
The good thing about these skewers is that they cut very easily. Oh, hi, Irma. Hi, how are you? It is a beautiful day today. I was telling everyone about my baby chicks I've got out there in my chicken yard going. The mamas hatched them. I didn't have to do anything. So happy. So happy. Those mamas are out there being good, taking care of all those babies. I haven't had to set up a brooder or nothing. I like low maintenance homesteading. That's what I like. I like to decorate and I like to garden. But my favorite is low maintenance. Okay, we've got our rosemary in there. Look at the rosemary. Isn't it so cute? All right, so now we've got our vegetable seed packets. Let's see. Let's do some cucumber. Let's see. I'm balancing on one foot. That's why I almost fell over. That's my comfortable posture, is balancing on one foot. For some reason. And I just kind of go back and forth from foot to foot. I am silly. My body's silly. I don't know. Do y'all like to balance on one foot when you're just standing there? It's fun. It's fun for me. So, what does everybody have going on for Sunday? We decided, instead of hiding eggs this year, we are hiding rubber duckies. And my kids are so ecstatic about that because we're going to do like the corresponding cups. I got like colored ducks, and then I'll get colored cups. And, you know, once they have all their ducks collected, they'll come and put their hand in the colored cups and pull out their little prizes. So it's just a fun little twist on the regular egg hunt. Okay, try to get through these quickly so that y'all aren't just watching me do these over and over and over. I'm just gonna glue there, hot glue there, and put my little seed packet on there. And I'm just, you can see I've got the little edges bent, and I'm just lining that up there. And then I do the other side. Let's see. Do the other side. And I'm really excited to be doing more stuff on YouTube though. I love Facebook. I absolutely love Facebook. But the word on the street is some of their stuff is changing. So it's really important that we be having our videos on YouTube and Facebook. It's gonna help us all out. So, all right, twist that stick around in there, get it good and coated, and then line it up. Bing, bing, boom. It's in there. Now I'm going to fill this up with my little bit of filler, like a pillow filler. And again, you could use anything you have. You don't have to use the little cotton, but I literally just had some in a baggie sitting on my craft table, so I grabbed it. But you could use whatever you please. Cucumbers. I have a bunch of pickling cucumbers going in my garden right now. And I'm going to do tomatoes and carrots. And they are moving and a grooving. They did not like that little cold snap we had about a week and a half ago or so. They did not enjoy that, and it kind of browned the edges on the leaves, but it's okay. They are bouncing back. They have new growth. They are growing a lot. They've got like the curly tendrils, and they are climbing up the trellis. So they're doing well. They are doing very well. My watermelon that I have growing also got some of that, some of the little brown edges from the cold, and they're just fine. They're growing. They're not yet sprawling out everywhere, but they are getting bigger. So they seem to be doing okay. I'm not worried about any of them. My pumpkins got only a couple of the leaves, like very few, and I have like 12 pumpkin plants growing, and they have been fine. They've been completely fine. They got a little bit of the brown edges from that cold weather, but they're fine. They're fine. Oh, thank you, Miss Barbara. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the sprinkles. That really, it helps me out so much. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are the best. Y'all are the best. So, hopefully I get some pumpkins and all the things, because I'm planning on eating pumpkins like butternut squash. Like just cutting them open, seeding them, baking them, and then just piling on my meat and sauce and whatever and eating it, because I eat a lot of butternut squash, and I think that, and I love pumpkin. I love pumpkin so much. So I'm just really wanting more varieties of what I can eat that is going to keep me healthy and keep, keep my body moving in the right direction as far as my overall health. And so I am going to continue to try to grow what I can eat. But I'm really looking forward to the jalapenos. We love to eat pickled jalapenos. My dog's out there just howling for some reason. It's about 2:20 or so here, so that probably means the mail is running. And you know, when the mailman is around, the dogs always sound the alarm. They always sound the alarm. But my mailman has yet to do anything that warrants an alarm, but that's okay. They're just doing their job. So, and we've got, let's see, what else we got going on. Tonight we have archery for 4-H. The girls have their very first meeting for archery. So they're excited to go and try to shoot bows and things. Hi, Lisa. Hi, first time watching. Oh, hi. Hi, Barbara. I think I watched you this morning. Thank you so much. Thank you. 5-star rating. Very good. Thank you. I appreciate that. I love feedback. I love feedback. And if you see anything just as a creator where I can work on something, please shoot me a message. I would love to have feedback. I have a teachable heart, and I want to, I want to know if there's an area where you notice where I can really improve, that would be great. So I love doing crafts for y'all, and I know I'm good at crafting, but that doesn't always transfer over to, social media and showing people what you're doing and everything. So So if you have any suggestions, please shoot them my way. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Anyway, so far we've got rosemary, sage, and oregano, and we did the cucumbers, and then the tomato seeds, and now we're going to do the carrot seeds. Okay, get some glue on there. That was a little bit much. Hopefully this doesn't spill over and burn my little fingers, because my fingers do not appreciate it. I've been through this quite a few times where my fingers are just burnt to a crisp. Like, it's fine though, right? Because I could rob a bank and nobody would know it was me. No fingerprints left from all the crafting. Oh, goodness. I'm hilarious. Yeah, it's usually the people who think they're hilarious that are not funny at all. I was at Walmart recently, and one of the cart workers, this lady, was helping me load soil into my cart, and I made a funny to me joke, and she just like, she did not laugh at all or even like say anything, did not react, and I was dying laughing. And she just, nope, nothing, crickets. Like, well, guess I won't be doing stand-up comedy anytime soon. Oh, goodness. There's our carrot seeds. Aren't those so cute? Okay, one more, and then we'll move on to our big project. Okay, so this is the packets of the flowers. So I'm just gonna do a couple here. And I'm just gonna cut these out. I have salvia. Salvia grows great in my zone. And dahlias. I'm not sure about dahlias. I don't know if those grow good here or not, but I know salvia does. It doesn't matter though. You can decorate with whatever you like. Even if it's from a different zone, you can decorate with the seed packet. Nobody's gonna say anything. So I'm just cutting this one out, and then we'll put them on, and we can move on to our final project. I'm just hoping I don't get a phone call. I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and I just saw a message come through. Hi, Wilma. Thank you for watching. Come on in. So I'm just cutting these backs. And again, these PDFs are for sale on Etsy. My goodness, I'm so disappointed that I didn't remember to look at the name of that shop. I usually try to remember to, say the name so people can get them. But I will, when I upload this to YouTube, I will put the link to the Etsy shop in the description on this video. So it will be available there. I won't bother with Facebook just because this video will be deleted in about 30 days. So it won't stay. It won't stick, but it will over on YouTube. And we won't have to worry about all that. So if you go over to my YouTube, you can see also that I have some homeschooling videos of some mamas that have wisdom to share, graduated, some homeschoolers, and I know a lot of people are moving over to homeschooling now in this day and age, and it's becoming very popular. But it can be, you know, just like with anything, that it can have its struggles. And so that can be a little discouraging, especially if you don't have a support system in the homeschool community, helping you along, giving you advice, and, you know, this worked for us and that didn't work for us, and we're struggling here, we've struggled there, etc., etc. And so you can find a few homeschool videos that I've done so far. I will be doing more that have just, you know, some really encouraging tales and concepts and information to help you along in your journey. If that is where you are wanting to go, that's what you're wanting to do. Hello. Oh, Love It's Garden. Hello. Oh, I'm so glad you're on with me. Country Creations. Hi, Country Creations. Love It's Garden. Tracy talks about you all the time. I love the stuff that she gets from you. My goodness gracious, you are so talented. So talented. Thank you for joining me today. I'm very humbled to have you here with me today. Oh, you homeschooled? Yes. Abeka, yes. Abeka is like, if your kids are college bound and you want them to have just a really good foundation, Abeka is one of those that I am 100% supporting. You know, that's a great curriculum. Yes. Oh, thank you. So yes, definitely great. And I do know there are some other similar curriculums out there, and, you know, what works for some won't work for others, and, you know, that's just life, right? It's just life. But yes, those videos I have up are great encouragement from some mamas who have graduated, homeschoolers. But again, I have 2 graduates myself, and getting them through to the finish line would have never been possible if I didn't have a support system. And my support system is through my co-op and my adopted family here in Texas. And they are just such an encouragement to me and my family. But I know that not everybody has what I have, right? We're all walking our own journey here. So anyways, I'll be continuing to put out those homeschool videos as well, if that's what you're interested. We are just in the homemaking and home doing way over here at Kingdom Acres with home decor, homesteading, and homeschooling. That is where my heart is at. I want to help all you mamas with your journey in homemaking and mothering and all of that. So, okay, I've got several here now that I've done. Look at those. Aren't they adorable? Oh, thank you. Okay, so I have this really ratty old little thing. Okay, it looks like it used to be a drawer. It's over here, hopefully not burning anything. And it really has sat for a while, and you can tell, and I love it. I love it. My husband is like, why are you bringing home other people's trash? I'm like, I love it. It's so cute. So what I'm going to do with this, my little box here. Okay. I'm just going to take my little foam piece and stick it in there. Okay. And it's not fitting extremely well, but I'm just going to take some hot glue, and this is an old piece of foam. I like to reuse my foam over and over, and once I'm not using it in this one anymore, I'll take it out and move it on to my next project. So, and I just have it kind of off to the side. It's fine. It's not going to hurt anything because I'm going to be going around it with my Spanish moss and my Excelsior, and you'll never know the difference. So, then I've got some greenery that I got from good old Hobby Lobby, keeping us in the way of greenery there. I love that store. My husband is not a fan because when I go, he can see a difference in our bank account. So I try not to go too often. We have an agreement, which is why I will reuse a lot of my stuff. So I'm just going to, and you know what? I can probably stick some more foam in here, and I can cut. I love this foam because it's so easy to cut. I'm just going to try to cut some with this little craft stick, and it just goes right through. See how easy that is? Yes, that's going to be perfect. Let's see here, and I don't want to go completely all around. I'm just going to stick it to one side, and it's going to fit fine. It's going to fit perfectly. Hi. Oh, wow, we've got more people. Hi, Jill. Hi, Nana. I don't know how to say your last name. Gooch. Hi. Thank you for joining. So, okay, I've got the back. Now we're going to go ahead and do the front. This weekend I did a farmer's market with my youngest daughter for her 4-H cooking group. They're doing a little fundraiser, and we sold some seedlings and some jam and stuff, and that's not going to fit. I need to trim it a little bit. And they ended up asking me to do a little tutorial there at the farmer's market. They like to have presenters. And so I went ahead and did a presentation on making fire cider. And it was so much fun. It's, you know, we do these lives online and I can't see y'all's faces, but it was pretty fun doing it there in front of people. It was a lot of fun. But they did not have a mic stand for me, and so my sweet friend stood there for a good 30 minutes holding the mic while I chopped up my veggies and everything to go into my fire cider. Okay, so let's see what we're gonna do here. I've got, yes. So I'm thinking I wanted it facing out because I like this little knob. Oh, thank you. Come on in, love us. Oh, thank you so much. Jeannie's palette. Hi, Jeannie. So I'm just going to stick these in. This is the orientation that I'm shooting for. It's going to be long coming out. And I don't know if I'll put it on one of these shelves or if I'll put it somewhere else in my house. But I really love having that knob on the front. I just think it is absolutely adorable. And I'm just going to stagger these going in and out. Remember, with these older items, they might give a little bit, and that's okay. We'll just hot glue what needs hot glued and keep on keeping on, right? So I'm just going to go on in here and keep on with this greenery. I love this greenery. It reminds me kind of the carrots that I have going outside. My daughter yesterday, my ramen eating daughter, the one that just loves ramen, she's like, Mom, I am so excited for those carrots. And I was like, really? So, you know, when we get carrots from the store, she's not always like super excited for the carrots we get from the store, but she wants to eat the ones that we're growing. And I am so excited for that. Anything I can do to get my kids eating healthier, I'm going to do that. So, all right. So we've got this kind of going in and out, side to side. Okay. Now I'm going to get these little delicate looking flowers. These, I just love them so much. They just really give such a delicate style to these. And the coloring of them, the coloring on them, it's really in line with that vintage. Okay. Hi, hello, Nana. Thanks for commenting. I know a lot of people jump on, but I don't always get to see their comments. So let me, if you'll give me a thumbs up or a hey, that'll let me know you're still here. I kind of start to think I'm talking to myself sometimes, but that's okay because I do. If you've ever like followed me in a grocery store, I will talk to myself. I'm one of those people. I'm one of those. I was listening to a YouTube video earlier, and the guy was talking about, you know, appealing to your demographic or something, or having a target audience. And he was saying, you know, how Walmart has, you know, chosen their audience. And I'm like, is it, I'm the Walmart audience, right? I'm the one that's in there just zooming around. It used to be that I could go in there in the middle of the night. That's why I really loved Walmart, is that they were 24/7 when my kids were babies, and I could get them down to bed, and my husband could just, you know, go to sleep or watch a movie, and I could go to Walmart and find peace in the middle of the night. Just walking around there and enjoying looking at stuff. I didn't even have to get groceries all the time. Sometimes I just wanted to go to the store and not have any worries or thoughts, just time to breathe. I was super disappointed when Walmart did away with their 24 hours situation, because that was my time. That was what I loved. I loved it so much. So, but that's okay. This one's a bit long. That's okay. I don't have little babies anymore, but those with little babies understand that I hear you when you say that you just need a break. And I'm so sorry that you don't get to experience the Walmart that I got to experience. Those were the days, the 24 hours. And if somebody was running a fever, somebody was teething, I could, you know, be like, I will be right back, and go and get what I needed in the middle of the night. Somebody woke up with a toothache. Oh my goodness. I cannot tell you how many times my husband has woken up in the night with a toothache, and I've run to Walmart in the middle of the night to get him some Oragel or something that's going to help him with his pain. The good old days. The good old days. It's like me, my grandparents reminiscing about walking to school uphill both ways. And now I get to talk about the Walmart 24-hour days. Back when I would just go and walk and ramble to myself. The good old days. The good old days. I am excited, though, that my comments are working today. They're not always working. Not always working for me. That's okay. That's okay. One of these updates will get everything going. All right, so got it looking very wildflowerish right now. Isn't that pretty? Okay. I felt something new. Okay. Now, we just have to remember she's a delicate old drawer, and we're going to be gentle with her. So my kids will not be handling this. You know, everybody has decor in their homes that they're like, don't touch that. That's just for me to handle, because we know, right? You taught at a Christian school? Yes. So the Christian school in my area also uses a Becca. And they actually started out as a homeschool co-op. So, you know, definitely a good all-around curriculum. I have a friend who homeschools her kids now, and she was homeschooled as a child, and she did a Becca as a child. So naturally, she's not using a Becca. She's like, I've had enough. I'm expanding my horizons. Sure how that works with YouTube. I'm just gonna reinforce this a little bit. It's making me nervous. Let's give it a little bit more glue in there and let it seep down in that crack. I'm just gonna push it. Give it a little push. And I'll probably end up hot gluing some cardboard on the bottom of this. And I can actually do that. I have a box right here. So I'm just going to take this little flap and give it a cut. Why not, right? It's just going to make my life easier. And then I won't have to worry so much about people touching things in my house. They will. They'll touch it. Even though I say don't touch that, they'll be like, I just needed to move it for this or that. And then, yeah, that's going to work out great. Just grab a hot glue stick right here off my little cart. And that's going to help me. I'm just going to take some glue on the side there. Along the other side there. And that's just going to reinforce that. Set it down. It's amazing how well that fit. That was the perfect size. Here in southern Illinois. Hi, LaDonna. Okay, yes. All right, yeah. Wow. So yes, here in Texas, we probably have different homeschooling laws, I imagine. I don't know what how homeschooling is in Illinois. I'm interested to know how that is over there. I know different states have different laws. I have a friend here who used to homeschool in Tennessee, and she said that they used to have like an umbrella school over their homeschool, and they would, like approve their curriculum, make sure everything was legit. I thought that was super interesting. We don't have that here. Texas is one of the freest states in the country as far as homeschooling. We are considered our own private school here. So we can issue diplomas, we can, anything we say is the curriculum is the curriculum. It's pretty interesting. So I'm south of Houston. Pretty close to the beach over here. I'm just on a little tiny blip on the map called West Columbia, which is actually Texas's first capital. We were the capital first. So, but for some reason it's in Austin now. Don't know why, but it is. We were at first over here in this tiny little town. Okay, so that's how we're looking now that we got that bottom on there. Isn't that so cute? And we can even put, if there's green showing on the bottom, we can put some of our Spanish moss in the front there. I'll just glue it on over that greenery so that when it's sitting on the shelf, over the foam, So when it's sitting on the shelf, it won't show, and it'll just look even more, it'll have more character sitting there. All right, that's looking even better. Okay. Oh, the phone call I was getting was the man with the duck. I'm getting a duck today, a male duck. I have females, okay? And I collected a bunch of ducks at the beginning of, I want to say March. Or I collected a bunch of eggs for my ducks at the beginning of March. And I started incubating them, and then I was like, I don't actually think I have any male ducks. And so I sent pictures to a friend, and she was like, no, those are all hens. So I wasted eggs. I was so sad. So sad. So I was like, well, I am getting a drake so that I can have more ducks, because I only have 4 hens, and I love ducks. I think they are the cutest. They are so cute. Oh, really? Okay, you're in Weimar. Yes, my husband does work in Weimar all the time. He works for Kinder Morgan, so he's always running around this part of the state. And yeah, so he's definitely done work in Weimar. I have heard him mention it plenty of times. That is so awesome. That is so awesome. I love it. Oh, I love it. Love its garden. That's funny. Hilarious. Okay. Let's see how we're looking. Now, I don't know if I'll get this as full as I want to, but even if I don't get it as full as I want to live here, I can continue to work on it later. But I really wanted to get those packets done because I think that they're going to look so cute popping out of this little drawer. You know, back in the day, people used to have their little seed drawers where they would keep all their little seed packets. And that's looking good. I like it. I'm just gonna stick my seeds in and see how they're. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It looks kind of like maybe some seeds fell out, you know, and over time they began to grow in the seed drawer. My little stories. I love to like develop little stories behind my projects. It just helps me figure out what I'm doing here and what's gonna look right in my mind with what we've got going on. Let's see. All right. How's that looking so far? What do you guys think? Oh, I love those little seed packets sticking up like that. I love it. Okay, so now I'm going to get my Excelsior. And anywhere I see green, I'm just going to shove it in. Just shove it on in. It'll look cute right in there. And I love the lighter color of the Excelsior. I think that it's just going to make this pop. And it's going to really give it more earth tones and give it, you know, some of the zhuzh that we like. We like to do the zhuzhing. Stick that in there. Now, if you wanted to, if you have a little drawer like this, or, you know, you could even use like a Velveeta box and, you know, kind of decorate it up and get this same sort of look. If that's all you have on hand. If you can't find one of these little boxes at a thrift store or an antique store or something,
You can always just make your own. I'm just kind of sticking this in here, making my mess. I've got stuff going everywhere. That's my style. That's my style. Oh goodness. I'm a mess, y'all. All right, look at that. I feel like I've got like a hole right here. I'm gonna put some more greenery right there. Oh, and I forgot one of my little seed packets here. Let's see. Stick you in right there. Oh, turn you around though, so you can be seen. Let's see. There we go. There we go right there. All right. Let's see. Yeah, right there. That's good. Filled that little hole right there. What do y'all think? You like it? Bring this down a little bit in front here. I think I'll bring that just a little bit. I'll bring this one forward. Once I get stuff in, I'm like, I need to move that, I need to move that. All right, there we go. And that's it. Y'all think? Good? Good. I like it. I think it's gonna look great on my shelf, and my husband will love it as well, knowing that I did something with the junk that I brought home. It's my treasures, my little treasures. I brought home a big old, it's off of a giant windmill, but it's the tail. It's not actually, I put in the picture on my feed, I put that it's a windmill blade, but it's actually the tail that comes off of the windmill. So I'm going to be doing something with that on Thursday live over on YouTube. So if I will be live, oh goodness, 7 o'clock early. We will be early up outside on YouTube doing all the things. So be sure to go over and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Kingdom Acres Homestead with Sandra Waldrop. There is a Telegram linked on my Facebook so that you can get alerts when I'm going live. Please be sure and subscribe to that. Thank you so much for being here today, and thank you for homemaking a homemade home with me today. Y'all take care. Bye.